Aloha everyone, what is really good my dudes? Today is Monday, June 13th, 2022, and we got another RuneScape update for y'all. Today we see the release of a new mini-event, Tales of Pride. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the video, let's go.
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, a new mini-event is here, Tales of Pride. This is a new event in line with Pride Month, which actually expands some of the backstories of Gillinor's LGBTQIA+ characters. So we might get some Armadale stuff, and probably the Heartstealer quest girls, Kaylin and Annette. I'm not sure of any other LGBT characters in RuneScape, but it will be interesting to explore some of the backstories of at least those characters. The tales will come in the forms of journals, lore books, and conversations. Collecting all 7 of the tales will unlock the 2022 Pride banner that can be used in the weapon slot, as well as a rainbow colored variant of the Gators from Het's Oasis. If you are interested in taking part of this mini event, head on over to the curator in Berthorpe and collect your magic book and begin your adventure. This event ends on June 30th, but the book will remain in the bookcase for your player-owned house for you to peruse year-round. Next up, I just want to quickly mention, if you want to help celebrate the LGBT community, the RuneScape community, the players, are hosting a Pride Parade that will take place on June 24th, starting at the Lumbridge Castle at 17 game time on World 24. J-mods from across Jagex will also be joining and handing out special Pride Love Letter variants. Next up, Jagex is now celebrating 1 year of RuneScape Mobile. To commemorate this, they've created a small gift package to show thanks for the year. Head on over to the marketplace either on desktop or mobile and claim your mobile 1 year anniversary gift pack, which includes the Bullsmith outfit, 5 treasure hunter keys, and 1 small knowledge bomb. Having said all that, we're now going to shift on over to the patch notes and see what's been changed with today's update, so let's go ahead and check it out. Starting off with Twilight of the Gods. If the scanner has been destroyed before talking to the activist/automaton, the message, "Oh, I don't have Saradomin's compass with me, I should get another one from him before continuing the search," will be displayed after the conversation. Facial hair is no longer visible through the Order of Disrobe's hood or the Cultist robe hood. Failure messages will no longer output to the chat box during the ritual puzzle. Fixed various text issues. The Cultist marks and the Order of Disrobe override have had their mask textures updated from steel to bronze. Adrastea will now always render on top of other players and NPCs during the quest. Armadale can now be found in his tower at the start of Sliske's endgame. Fixed an issue where some players were unable to progress after completing the Dungeon of Disorder section. The Green Wisp will now spawn as expected if a Gothixian cache is active. And they fixed an issue where using the Surge ability to reach the Divination Rift was not allowing the message box required for continuation of the quest. Moving on to some general changes. Wildlife saved by the Illujonkin after the events of extinction are now present in the Dream of Aya. Players' Anachronia Basecamp resources now update when entering the Dream of Aya. Fixed an issue where players could get stuck during the fight with Saren in Extinction. The Skybox override during the Arclaysor Frost Cannon attack will now consistently reset back to the player's original skybox after the attack. The grouping system now correctly categorizes the Rex Matriarchs as a boss activity. Fixed an issue preventing the last Sharp Shell shard in a stack from being used when firemate. Fletching requirement to imbue Dyne arrows with Resonant Anima now accounts for stat boosts. The fletching requirement to make headless arrows now accounts for stat boosts. The Furnace perk will no longer work on Croesus' core. The Deathless Relic power will now correctly prevent penalties from dying in Demonheim. Fixed an issue causing the Herald Cape Crest interface to become unresponsive. UI tutorials attached to the backpack, including the Invention tutorial, were not highlighting backpack slots when the Legacy interface skin was enabled. This has been fixed. Resolved several pagination issues in the Invention tutorial. Bane weaponry modifiers now affect fixed damage as well as random damage, similar to how Jazz Demon Bane and Dragon Bane arrows function. This brings them in line with their tooltip and represents a slight buff to level 60 Bane gear. Added deployable dummies for other types of Bane target to War's Retreat. The old version of Varrock dig site was still present in some cutscenes. This has been changed for the newer version. Fixed an issue causing the remove coins from money pouch message to be displayed twice when converting bonds. Changed the deployable dummies in Birthwarp to dummies that cannot fight back. The deployable dummy in War's Retreat now has a toggleable retaliate state. Dying in War's Retreat is now a safe death and will revive the player automatically. Tears of Guthix will no longer grant invention experience if the invention tutorial has not been completed. Updated the fences in Birthwarp to look more up to date with our current visual style. Mystery eggs will now give out converted Spirit Ruby and Spirit Dragon Stones, rather than the obsolete versions. Fixed an issue causing Slayer ability icons to render over the combat UI on mobile. And lastly, dialogues with Jimmy Dazzler and Hook-Nose Jack are now more readable on mobile. And that is it for your patch notes. Links to everything discussed in this video will be down in the description below. Head on over there, check them out if you wish to do so. And with that, I'm going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you'd like to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, hit that subscribe button. Anyways, with that, I'm out. Aloha.